Hi, I'm Kevin, a speech-language pathologist here at Super Duper, and today I want to take a few moments and share with you one of our popular items along with our Chipper Chat series, which is Artic Chipper Chat. Artic Chipper Chat, as you see here, comes with a variety of game boards. We're also going to include stimulus cards and as well work on different skills of the articulation sounds in the initial, the medial, as well as the final position of words. The way that we address those different sounds is we use the individual game boards. Now these game boards are going to include items that are loaded with the target sounds in them. So for example, you'll notice here's a picture of a lemon. Well, in that activity we're going to be working on the initial L position. How do we play that? Well, basically what we're going to do, the student will pick a card. Now, let's take, for example, you are working with a student that is a lower level student that's basically maybe just working on matching. You can actually have them identify the card. So we're working on a naming activity. They can identify the picture and then match it up with the picture that they find located on the game board. Okay? So if we're also working either in individual sounds, we may also want to work on different language activities as well. Artic Chipper Chat is not limited to strictly articulation therapy. We can work on different language skills such as naming that I mentioned. So take the same card that we were using for lemon. You'll notice on the back is the stimulus question. What we have here is name the fruit used to make lemonade. Now this can be an activity that you're doing for an auditory processing activity, or if it's a student that is a reader, then they may just want to read this activity and of course give you the response as well. Also with these cards, we can work on simple analogies. What do we do with simple analogies, for example? Well, this is a card taken from the initial F deck, and what we have is you eat soup with a spoon, and you eat meat with a, and of course the child is going to correctly respond with fork, hopefully, and then this way they're actually working on those analogy skills along with practicing their initial F position of their articulation practice. Each activity board is going to target a specific sound. You'll notice each one is specific to that sound, and you get 5 of each. So you can work on this either individually or up with a group of 5 students at a time. So we said we can do articulation, the different language activities, but what about also phonemic awareness? If we're working on articulation, then of course we're targeting those specific sounds. Phonemic awareness, let's extend that sound and say, if we're working on a word with initial L, such as look, what about let's name a word that rhymes with look? So you're taking that activity where it's a specific articulation activity and increasing that language ability to carry over into rhyming as well. Also listening skills. Well, with listening skills, what we're doing is we're actually providing this information in auditory form. Okay? For example, if it's a strict auditory presentation, then I'm just going to read the card to the student, not show them any visual picture whatsoever. So I may say, another name for a sack is bag. Okay, so they'll take that information auditorily, process it, and then provide that response as well. You can also vary that activity by, instead of them giving you a verbal response, what you may do is, let's take another one for example. Let's take moo is to cow as boo is to, of course that would be ghost. You can either have them identify and verbally respond to ghost, or you can have them identify that picture on the specific game board that we're working on. Okay? Also, what about social skills? Absolutely working on social skills with this activity, because not only are they working at a turn-taking activity with the therapist or the teacher as well as the student, but also with each other. With turn-taking, say for example this one. If we're working on the F sound and we're working with Funville's Firehouse, actually ask the students, have you ever been to a firehouse? Let them share their experiences. Each one of us has different experience with different activities, so it's a good time for them not only to share those experiences and have the therapy session mean more to the student by putting personal meaning with their activities, but also a good idea and a good way to actually have different experiences presented to them so you can see how each other has different activities within their experiences for social life as well. We do topic maintenance once we're working on and having a discussion about one specific activity, such as the firehouse or maybe even the blustery blizzard that we have here, then we can actually have topic maintenance to make sure that those students are on task with each activity. Each of these cards, once again, is going to target the initial, the medial, and final position of the words. However, one thing I do want to point out, each game board that's going to target a specific sound is going to actually target that game and that specific sound with initial, medial, and final positions. However, if we're working on blends, the blend game boards only target those blends in the initial position of the word. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're working with those skills as well. It's very easy to play. The student will actually pick up a card and choose from their targeted activity of the phoneme that they're working on. So for initial K, name the ruler of a country that rhymes with ring. And of course the answer is king. So once they answer that, then they're actually going to take the die. They're going to roll. And for example here, we have a 4. With that 4, they will then receive 4 chipper chat pieces that they will put on their game board for that turn. Now, they will continue this when it's their turn, and they will continue to practice their target sounds until the entire board is filled with the chipper chat chips. Once they're completed, they're not done. They also get to use the chipper chat wand to pick all of their chips up. So you take these, once you're completed, you go over the game board, you pick up all your chips, and it's just another added reinforcer for the students to give them a little more motivation as they're actually participating in speech therapy. The Artic Chipper Chat, what does it include? Well, it includes 30 double-sided game boards, and we have 5 of 12 different scenes, 450 laminated cards, the magnetic wand, and 100 magnetic chips, as well as a die, instruction booklet, and the sturdy plastic tote to carry everything and keep you organized. Now that we've learned a little bit more about Artic Chipper Chat, and we know that Artic Chipper Chat is not specific to articulation, that we can also use this as a multiple use tool working with articulation and language skills, we understand that we get not only that, but also the game cards and the information as well. So, if you'd like to learn more about the Artic Chipper Chat or any of our other Chipper Chat items, please feel free to visit us at superduperinc.com or visit us on Facebook and share your thoughts and ideas of how you actually use Chipper Chat in your therapy.